we're fixing this Saxony reproduction wheel. It's a Country Craftsman by Jerry Franzek from the 1970s. It is a typical Saxony style wheel in that there are upright supports for the wheel itself, for the wheel to sit in here. But this has to be steady as a rock. It has to be lined up, and it can't be wobbling. And this one's been wobbling, and so it came back apart to figure out why. The way that these are made is that the uprights go into the base and then are pegged at the bottom with, you know, rather cute, crafty looking peg. And the peg should just hold the upright up and down, but instead, because this sits very, very loosely in its socket, the peg was being asked to perform too much. It was being asked to stabilize an upright, which of course it could not do. And so this upright, because of all the pressure, ended up cracking. And so we've got an ugly split there, and it's had to be pegged with both bone and boxwood on either side. So in order to stabilize the upright, both of them, or each of them in the socket, what I'm doing is a joining technique from the era that is called hemping. It's normally done on musical equipment, like flutes and bagpipes, and it's designed to provide an airtight seal. We don't need an airtight seal. All we need is a gasket. So I'm going to show you how to hemp. And this one goes in, and you see that it's steady. Go back up. Whereas this one is like that. So this is how you hemp. This is my bagpipe kit bag. And this is black waxed hemp. I like it. You can also buy it unwaxed if you're an unwaxed kind of person. Get off a good length. This is not rocket science. And figure out where your joint is. The joint here, you can tell very, very easily, is on this section because Franzek didn't stain until he had the wheel assembled, it appears. So what you do, it's a whipped joint. You do a loop like that and hold it in place. Then bring your thread around so that you catch your loop. Since this doesn't have to be a very airtight joint, it doesn't have to be airtight at all, it's just to hold it in place. You don't have to do this very nicely. For a bagpipe or something like that, you have to do it a lot better. Then when you're done, you've got that loop up at the top. Take your end, stick it through the loop, and hold the whole mess in place. Then you've got a tail down here. I use hemostats. You can use, in case you have a carotid artery bleed, you're safe. You can use pliers or try with your fingers. But pull the tail down, and it will pull the end into the whipped knotting. We don't have to go very far. Since it's waxed, it'll kind of stick to itself, so roll it around. And then begin to put it into the join by twisting, because the waxed hemp will flatten as it goes in. So twist and twist, pushing, and we've got a more stable join than before. I'm going to put a little bit more hemp on that to where eventually it's got about this much there, and that should lock this joint into place. Okay.